Hello everyone, here we are going to see about the Unit 2 continuation part. So in this presentation we are going to see about the what is moral autonomy, what are the benefits around the moral autonomy. Then we are going to see about the two theories, that is the Colbert's theory and the Gilligan's theory in a brief manner. Let me see one by one. So moral autonomy. So moral autonomy is nothing but it is defined as a decision actions exercised on the basis of a moral concern for other people and the recognition of good moral considerations. So here the moral autonomy means that is the self-determinant or independent. So the autonomous people will hold the moral beliefs and attitudes which are based on their critical reflections of the critical reflections of the people. So that will be on the passive adoption of conventions and the society or professions. So this moral autonomy will be defined as a skill and the habit of thinking that is rationally we have to ethical issues on the basis of moral concerns. So this will be very important for the decision making and doing the actions. So here the periodical performance appraisals will be the tight time schedules, and it is used for the fear of foreign competitions which is threatened the autonomy. So this will provides the attitude of the management and should allow the latitude of the judgment of engineers on moral issues. So most of the management will use the profitability, and it is more important than the consistent, which is the quality retention. So the customers will be discourage the moral autonomy, and the engineers will compelled to seek the support from professional societies and the outside the organization for moral support. So it will appear that the blue collar workers will support the union that can be adopt better autonomy and will employ the professionals. So the recent legal support is to obtain the professional societies in exhibiting the moral autonomy by professional in the country. So next is the engineering skills which will be related to the moral autonomies are, the first thing will be the proficiency on moral problems. So it will be having the ability to distinguish the problems in the laws, economics and religions. Second thing, it will have the skills in comprehending the clarifying critically accessing arguments. So it should be have a different aspects of moral issues. Okay. So third thing will be the ability to form the consistent and the comprehensive viewpoints based on the facts. So that will be the awareness of alternative responses to the issues and creative resolutions of our practical difficulties. So most of the sensitivity to genuine difficulties will be includes the willingness to undergo the tolerate some uncertainty while making the decisions. So this will be having the moral integrity. So we have a resolving conflicts which will develop the perspectives among the reasonable peoples. Next, autonomy is nothing but the independence in making their decisions and actions. So it is different from authority level. So if the authority provides some freedom means we have to specify the limits of the freedom. So depend on the situation, they will provide the freedom level for authority. So the moral autonomy will be respect for authority and will coexist the moral issues. So they will not have an against each other. So if the authority of the engineers and the moral autonomy of the operators are a conflict means they will have obtained by the two process, that is the discussion, upon the discussion and the mutual understanding the limits of values. So this will be comes under the moral autonomy. Next we are going to see about the Kohlberg theory. So the moral development in human beings which will be occurs over the age and experience. So most of the Kohlberg has suggest three levels. One is the pre-conventional, conventional and post-conventional. So pre-conventional level means that is you have the right conduct for the individuals. So they have to directly find out the benefits of oneself and will have the individuals which are motivated by obedience, so to avoid the punishment and to satisfy their needs. So they will have a young children which will exhibit the tendency. And the second thing, the next thing will be the conventional level. So here in that the people will respect the laws and authority. They will follow the rules and norms of one of the families and groups. So they will accept the rules and regulations. Then they follow the standard of morality. So in their individuals, they will have the pleas to satisfy that we have to get the moral approval by others for the expectations of society rather than the self disturbance. So loyalty is regarded as most important, and many adults will be on this level. At the post-conventional level, the peoples are called as autonomous. So they think that how they are going to live in a good principles with the welfare of others. So they all have no self-interest. So they live in the principles consents, and they will follow the golden rules, that is do unto others which would have been unto you. So they maintain their moral integrity with self-respect and respect for others. So the Kohlberg's theory will believe that the individuals will be progress the stages, one stage at a time, and other stages at the moral development, which should be occurs in the socially interactions of autonomous theory. So next is the Gilligan's theory. So Carol Gilligan has founded this Gilligan's theory. It was one of the male bias of the Kohlberg's theory. So here, in according to the Gilligan's theory, the men have a tendency to solve their problems by applying the abstract moral principles. So we have the men where to find out resolve the moral dilemmas by choosing the most of the important moral rules which should be override their rules and regulations. So this would be in contrast, that is a woman can give important to preserve the personal relationship with peoples which are involved. So the context oriented emphasis is on maintaining the personal relationship, which was called as the ethics of care. So in contrast, the ethics of the rules and the rights will be adopted by the men. So most of the Gilligans will have the three levels of morals, that is the Kohlberg's, as the stage of growth towards the ethics of caring. So that is the first thing will be the pre-conventional level. We all have learn about in the Kohlberg's theory. So here it has been for the right of conduct, which should be viewed in a selfish manner, and it should be known that it is solely good for oneself. Second thing will be the conventional level. So the importance is that we are hurting others. So and also willing to sacrifice the one own interest in helping the others. And the third thing will be the balancing in the characteristic features of women. That is at the post-conventional levels. The reason balance is found between the caring about the others who has pursued the self-interest. So the balance ones will be own need to need of others, and it is the aim while maintaining the relationship which is based on mutual caring. So this is achieved by the context oriented reasoning, and it was having the rules of regulations. So that is it has the moral development by Kohlberg and Gilligan's, which will be differ in the following aspects. Next we are going to see about the Kohlberg's theory and Carol Gilligan's theory, basic aspects. So in Kohlberg's theory, here we have a study about the men, but in Gilligan's we have studied both about the men's as well as women's. Here Kohlberg's, the men will give the importance to their moral values, but in Gilligan's, the women always keep up their relationship with the persons who was involving in the particular situations. Here the ethics of the rules and rights are same, and in this the woman will give the attention to the circumstances which will lead to lead for the critical situations and rather than the rules. So context oriented and ethics of care has been given. So the characteristic features are justice, factual, right or wrong. Next on the focus, then dependence, commanding role, next characteristical approaches. And in Gilligan's theory, it should be a reason, emotional, impact on relationship, compassion to caring and concern, more of caring, abstract, future focus, making the expectations, dependence on the human oriented, shying away from a decision making, transformational approach. Thank you.